This video we're taking a look at one of Lane Kiffin's favorite shot plays. Ran it throughout the years, had tons of success. We'll look at some clips from this past year, but this is kind of the base right here. Always starts with a take post. Aiming point is the hash. Going over the top, there's always some sort of a check swing. A lot of times they'll play action, pull a guard, try to get these linebackers to step in. Then you have a crosser that's coming around. Sometimes it's much deeper, sometimes it's a little bit more shallow, just depending on what this safety is doing. What I would say, we want to chase this safety's play side shoulder, so I'd be chasing the right shoulder right here of the defender. So this might take me higher depending on how he's playing. If he's getting way off, I'm going to play a little bit higher so I can get over the top of these linebackers. If he's low, I want to go across his face to make this post open up a little bit more. And some sort of a basic here to the backside. A lot of times this fullback in Kiffin's offense, they'll be in the protection and then they'll check out here to the backside as well. But really, quarterbacks are looking one for the take. You're reading that safety. If that safety hangs on this crosser, I'm going to take the post. If he gets depth, now I'm looking for the crosser that's chasing the right shoulder of this safety. If I don't have a window there, I'm going to look for the check down. If it's guarded from the backside, so maybe the linebacker's running with it, now I get to my basic here that's working in as well. So really versatile play. Kiffin likes to do it a lot out of 2-back sets, 20 personnel, and we even got some clips out of 21 personnel as well. So we'll jump right into the clips. First group of clips we're looking at are times when Ole Miss Jackson Dart was able to take the post. And of course, right here, Kiffin's going to use some sort of motion. And right as you're looking, this is their favorite way, kind of their base way they do it. They pull this guard, they got their back coming across for protection. And right here on this one, guard's able to take that blitzing linebacker, so that back's able to get out, take this guy underneath. But really, first reading the safety, and see how flat-footed he is. He's got his eyes in the backfield. Right now, we know as long as we win on this post, which really we should, we know that's just a take post to the middle. And right there, Jackson Dart, just easy 1, 2, 3 with a hitch. Got to let this thing go. We're on the 35-yard line, so we got to put some pace to it. Safety's not able to make a play just based off of playing flat-footed here to begin with. No chance. Go ahead and lay that thing up over the top. If you wouldn't have liked it, here's your crosser that's working in. He'd come from the outside receiver that motioned him in, worked him across, outside release, getting some sort of basic here. Back's getting out. Fullback stays in, though. So one on the post, like it, drills it down the hash, which is the exact aiming point. A little bit too far outside. Would rather push it right here, make it land exactly on the hash. But right there, really pretty look. Safety hangs for just a count on that little bit of a play action. Big throw and catch for a touchdown for Ole Miss. This is a look right here of the same play. A little bit different as far as the pro. They didn't pull a guard right here on this one. But again, post. You got your climb coming across from the inside receiver. It's on a 2nd 12, and LSU's playing pretty far over the top. And on this one, they push this thing way down the field. Again, here's your back checking out. There's your fullback that is checking out. No chance right there. It's just a 3-man rush. So right there, pushes this thing down the field. And as you can see, there's the crosser. Looks like the safety was in the intermediate window. And this is a ball that really they pushed down the field. Big time throw here by Jackson Dart, pushing down the field. This is the corner that came off from that basic, getting some depth. This is a really good throw and catch, pushing this thing over the top of the safety. Had to put some pace on it so that corner wasn't able to converge on it as well. So again, high-low on the safety to the short side of the field for Ole Miss, creating another big play. It's a great look. Again, this time they don't pull their guard, just straight protection. As you see, backs coming across. They have these guys picked up. Here's your blitzer. Back's got to pick him up. Great job. You got to step up, take half a man. I'd rather, not put a top our head down right there, but takes half a man. But really what you're looking for is what's happening here on the back end for Arkansas. Looks like they're sitting one-on-one here with an inside leverage corner against a guy he has no chance to guard right here. And this is a great job by Jordan Watkins. He just steps on his toes, puts his foot in the ground whenever he tries to slide outside and just beats him across his face to the hash. No chance right there. Stiff hips right there by the corner. Wide open, throwing it on the hash. Hits it right in stride. Easy walking touchdown. Again, one-on-one right there with the corner. Of course, if this safety would have gave tons of ground. Now we got this crosser coming here for the check down. But right there, beat the corner. Safety's hanging in the middle of the field. Easy walking touchdown there for Ole Miss. This is the same play that we saw at the beginning of this. Again, you got your take post. They motion him in. This is the same game as Georgia Southern. He's working across. Basic. He's working here. I believe they even pull the guard here on this one. Yeah, and they do. So right there pulling. Trying these guys to step in so it's a little bit easier. More space right there for that intermediate window. But here on this one, again, play action. Looking over the top. Doesn't like the spacing right there. There's really no safety based on what's happening right here from Georgia Southern. But doesn't like the posts. So right there, come back underneath. Wide open, easy throw and catch. Tons of leverage here with that motion again. Came from inside out. And he's running across. That safety's trying to chase with him. They're switching late. And it's kind of a little bit of a mix-up from him. As you see, he's kind of hesitating, not sure if he's going with him or not. But right there, Guy gets wide open. They get the defense to step in on that play action. Intermediate window, working all the way across the field. Easy throw and catch right here for Ole Miss. His team trying to play man-to-man early in the season. Another look here, surprisingly, against Arkansas. They toasted them early on that post. Right here, just a little bit different look. They're bringing some motion here. There's your crosser. You're going to post there. You can get your fullback working to the backside on that. Still the same protection here. He's going to check out to the flats. And right here on this one, whenever he checks out to the flats, as you see these linebackers hold, especially outside linebacker, safety over the top, so he took 2 for 1 on the post. Now there's nobody left. So last time, middle of the field was vacated. Those guys sitting low. This time, as you see, he turns his hips and he just takes off running over the top. And it's just zone coverage underneath. Don't get enough depth with that play action. I think the fly motion also holds these guys, makes them step in for just a little bit. Allows the receiver to get up over the top of those linebackers. Easy throw and catch into the window. Again, explosive play. Same concept, just a little bit more window dressing there from Ole Miss. Different look here from Kiffin, bringing him across. He just sits in the flats. Fullback's actually the guy that ends up being the crosser. Basic. You got a post. Good Lord, that's a really awful post draw, but right there, post. He's working across. Basic. Coming across. They actually pulled the guard again right here against Florida. They twist it up, so this is a good look here. Interior lineman goes out. They go out, they twist it off. He sits right there. The guard's pulling. Really, he's going to have to fit in for that linebacker. Tailback, he doesn't see anything, so he's stretching to the flats right there, trying to keep him low. So this is kind of an interesting change up here, running it with the tight end, going to the crosser instead of the receiver. And this time, again, it's the linebacker they're playing with, and it's a great stick there, going back across his face. Got to be strong through contact, trying to hold you right there. So right there, run to open space, throws him open. This is a really good catch. And then great job almost keeping your feet right there. But this is a good throw and catch. Tight coverage here from Florida, which they got a lot better throughout the year. But right there, good throw and catch. Changing up who's running that crossing route. This time it was that fullback who had some really big games for Ole Miss this past year. So this is a good change up, especially if you think you get a good matchup with a linebacker. This is a little bit different look than what Kiffin has typically done. But right here, we got Bunch into the boundary, motion him across. He ends up being the flat guy, bringing him into protection. And then you got crossers working there as well. So what ends up happening on this one is everybody gets a lot of depth. You can see one high look. They get some depth with that motion. There's outside linebacker. He drops. And he's getting underneath this guy that's climbing to that space. And whenever he drops underneath that space, which really what I think what Lane Kiffin was probably hoping to do is get him to fly down here, get in behind that space with literally 2/3 of the field, get that safety off 2-on-1, and then you're able to throw that intermediate. But right there, Mississippi State does a great job. They do get some depth getting underneath that. And then Jackson Dart does do a great job. Hey, I'm just going to check it down, take a completion. And that's what happens on this one. Gets it out there in space. Gets about 5 or 6. Not just a huge play right there on a 1st and 10, trying to take a shot with Bunch to the boundary. Make him tackle in space about 6-7 yards on an easy completion there for Jackson Dart. This is a different formation that I really had never seen him run this out of. But again, they're sliding right here. This guy's just basically taking the fullback spot. He's taking the crossing receiver. One receiver, second receiver here to the backside is working there. You got a basic coming across, guard pulls, trying to get these guys to step in, especially 21 personnel, thinking they get a one high look. That's what they end up getting here. Safety giving them lots of ground. Corners gone. Play action. They just take a step in there. They're going to start dropping. As you see, fullback is the guy that's working to that window. And right there, as soon as he sees pass, you see those guys just turn their butt to the quarterback. They're not seeing what's happening. They're running. That's a great point right there. Hey, I got to check it down. Or he replaces it. He wasn't sure that the back was going to get out, so he replaces it with his feet, which is fine as well. But I'd rather just give it to the back, get a completion, let him take these hits and stuff. But right there, Dart takes it. He sees those guys turn their backs and run. Hey, I want to replace that. If they're running away from the ball, backfield, I'm just going to take that space, especially on a 1st and 10. That's what happens on this one. So easy first down here for Ole Miss against Mississippi State, trying to take a shot. 21 personnel. Mississippi State turning their back, not seeing the football. With all that being said, it's one of Lane Kiffin's most versatile concepts. He loves to run it, shot play, high percentage, and a lot of times they create explosive plays as well, either from the take post, right down the hash, or they work that guy in that intermediate window, or the check down. A lot of times the check down, once they've seen this play quite a bit, has been a big play, just like how Mississippi State did in this last one. Just turn their back, take off running, easy completion, make them tackling space. But anyway, if you made this far, appreciate you guys watching. Click on this video somewhere around here. That's what YouTube thinks you like. I'll see you guys again next video.